research, it is apparent that the endeavors of mankind are mere puppetry at the hands of the ancients. Whenever a king vows reform, the ancients move quickly to stifle it. Under the auspices of Emperor Charlemagne the Frank, the new Holy Roman Empire was at the height of its power.
Hanc mit ad dominum et imperatorum nostrum, carolum magnum francum.
Deliver this to our Lord and Emperor Charlemagne the Frank. No one but him must see it. They are words for his eyes only. At once.
Sorcery is this? A spell? I am bewitched. If this was meant for Charlemagne, then what would become of him? I have to warn him of this treachery.
So I did look up Elbowen and Eternal Darkness, and then it gave me a name, and I probably... no, hang on, no, sorry, Nightbot is doing stuff. That's fine. No, I'm good. No Nightbot. That was fine. You did this. How do I tell Nightbot not to do that? I only... Sorry about that. I did not... The only reason I've got Nightbot is so I can do shoutouts. So what I was saying is I probably shouldn't have looked up Elbow in Eternal Darkness. Oh, that worked at least. Because it just said a name, and I don't know if there's a mystery attached to this game or not, or if just he plays more than one character. So I'll tell you what, I'll keep that to myself just in case. Anthony's presence is questioned by the monks. Feeling that he has trespassed upon sacred ground, the monks seemed rather subdued. Rather, perhaps out of respect, or perhaps out of fear. Let's save again. The monk cordially greets Anthony, however, he brings grave news of the loss of one of his order, who fell from the tower to his death. His tone is guarded, leaving Anthony wondering if indeed this is the truth. I guess computer game-wise, he's famous for being Arthas's, from Warcraft 3, the father of Arthas. Arthas, as some people know him as. Nobody knows him as that. I invented that. But I know him as LeChuck, Captain LeChuck. Pius Augustus. It's just legs now. Elia. Ha! Okay, that's the first character, that's the second. There are to be 4 more. That's a pretty cool effect. Cradled in what appears to be a leathery hand lies a mysterious box. Please stop screaming in my ear, though. It is bound with human skin and intricately decorated with shrunken bones. Beckons and yearns to be possessed. Should Anthony claim the term of eternal darkness? Fuck that! No, it seems like a stupid idea. I'm going home. Fuck all of this. Alright, fine. But I want to acknowledge it's a dumb idea. I thought we were just delivering a message. Anthony has acquired the term of eternal darkness. Oh no, it turns out to have been a stupid idea. Who could have possibly guessed? How did we get here? Monk is hard at work and does not wish to be disturbed. Too bad. I'm in a disturbing mood. More addled by Anthony's distraction, the monk kindly requests to be left alone. But I want the triangle. Give me the delta. Guess it. Punch a monk. Huh. A blue urn rests upon the shelf. You've heard of blue urn on a shelf? While fumbling around, the urn slips from Anthony's stiff fingers, dashing itself into fragments as it hits the floor. Anthony has picked up a broken blue urn. Anthony has found a magical root. That's totally what I was trying to do. I wasn't trying to hit a monk over the head with an urn. Runes are the key elements in creating spells. By collecting and combining runes in different ways, different spells can be created. Spells are magical incantations that enhance a character's natural abilities. Spell list is an inventory of all the spell information that has been acquired. It will allow the player to select which spells to be cast, examine, or assign to convenient quick spell buttons. Selecting this will allow the player to experiment with rune combinations and discover new spells. This section in the inventory of all the components of magic spells you have acquired. This function, player can review their current assignment of spells to quick spell buttons. Fair enough, I suppose. I suppose not. The monk informs Anthony that the order is awaiting the arrival of the bishop, that the funeral rites may begin. There is much grieving to do, since this is not the only recent death among the order. Oh, where's Charlemagne? Did we get into the room from before?
Oh my God, what is it?
This devil's work. We should get out of here.
You have proven what we have feared the most. This poor man has been the victim of great evil. Look how his body has been defiled, as if something has burst out from inside him. Here, take this for your protection. And find the bishop. He must be informed of this horrible discovery.
I have acquired a Scramasax. I'm assuming that is the accurate name. I've only ever played literally only one other game that has a Scramasax in, and that is Vagrant Story, a game that one day I will go back to and complete. Let's save our game. but I'm going to double check that because it has been a while. Scram, a sax, a large knife, yes, of course. Frequent story. Yes, there we go. It's an unusual word, so like I remembered it, but I don't know. It's just nice to know my brain's working. Anyway, sorry. Let's continue. I don't know where fucking Charlemagne is. Not looking too great there. Bit of ruin. A mysterious gold medallion rests upon the desk. It's mine now. Are we to be one of many? It's the circle of power. Circle of power describes the amount of power that a spell will have. The more points within that circle, the stronger the spell will be. Cool. Back downstairs. Oh, there's a door here. Muffled voices emanate from inside the bishop's visiting chamber. However, the door is locked and Anthony will need the bishop's key to enter and gain an audience with Charlemagne. Do you have the key? Peering inside the casket, Anthony sees the body of a monk. His raiment is that of his order. I've heard the word raiment. So it flashes when I click off screen. Ladies clothed in raiment. Okay, no. Formal clothing. Okay. So I'm writing a book, and every time I come up with like a specific word where I'm like, I should probably use that. It feels more authentic to have the correct words, doesn't it? So I write them down. Which I should do on just a piece of paper rather than the computer. I'll do it on both though. His raiment is that of his order, stained with blood that has seeped from many grievous wounds. It is truly a disturbing sight. Oh, I've got to click back on the screen. Cool, but that does not help me find a key. Despite the fact there's only 2 rooms, I'm struggling. Amongst the tomes and manuscripts, a book brings attention to itself, oddly pristine on the dusty shelf. It doesn't quite belong. Did Anthony move the book? Yes! Cool. Let us climb down. Rune. Oh, you have a rune, mummy. Ah. Anthony's found a magical rune. Ah. How am I selecting spells? Oh, it just has to be that spell, okay. Is that just an illegal spell, or... Save again. Grateful for his life, the monk tells Anthony what happened. He was carrying a sacred urn from the baptismal font when he was confronted by the bishop, who's been brandishing a large blade whose eyes burned with an evil fire. Frightened, the monk dropped the urn out of shock and ran. Returning and retrieving the urn, he found only the sword the bishop had left behind. With thanks, he gives the bishop's sword to Anthony. I've acquired a two-edged sword. It's a bit of a double-edged sword, though, you know what I mean? Is it better? Gruber. Carved stone tablet lies on the stone floor. Acquired the magical codex. Runes cannot be understood without a codex, you idiot. Without a rune codex, runes in your possession will remain a mystery. So now can I do a new spell? No, because I've got a codex to... Ooh! Anthony has found a magical rune. Can I... So he had a thing on him. Oh no, there it is. It's Magamore. Okay, now we need to understand Turun. He's not doing too great. Red urn sits beside the fountain. Yeah, like I should be able to use it, but whatever. Slab of etched stone sits on the pedestal. It's mine now. I've added it to my magical codex. This urn has been glazed with a deep red shellac. Zach shellac and Akaktak, giving it the sheen of... Nobody's now going to know that bloody reference. Sheen of bloody heart recently torn from a host body. There's a strange sigil on its side. It's filled with foul-smelling liquid. Oh. The disturbing rendition of a monstrous devil is contorted into what appears to be a fountain. What sickly liquid is draining into the pool, trickling from scum-encrusted spout? Oh, it looks like water, but... It's Zelataf. Magamore. Together we create nothing. But at least we understood. Hang on. I've discovered a spell. Spell 1. Okay, hang on. The effects of the spell are unknown. Not all of its components are in your possession or have been identified. An aged tapestry hangs on the wall. It is soiled from the dank atmosphere of the room and there's a corruption about it. Oh, don't worry, I'm going to cast it. I just wanted to cast it standing here. Wait, what? Select, oh yeah, it has to be select assignment, that one. I will enchant you. The item is now enchanted. I have a magic meter. represents the character's magical energy. When a spell is cast, the level will get lower. This meter regenerates whenever the character is in motion. Oh. Well, there's no traps here, at least. The area is dark and it's difficult to make out any detail. Perhaps if Anthony had a light source. I've acquired a piece of the broken green urn. This function allows the player to combine 2 or more items from the inventory into one. Anthony has a simple 2/3 of the broken green urn. Assembled a broken green urn. Sort of. Uncle ambles around nervously as if half expecting the demonic bishop to return at any moment. Worried I'm missing a key. There's definitely nothing else in there. I mean, it won't hurt us to just go back again. This item's been repaired. There we go, I was being stubborn, but... Let's save our game. Don't know. Oh, hello, Sly Hippo. It's my first time playing. What do I do with these jars? Dunking the urn into the foul-smelling fountain becomes filled to the brim with rank fluid. It's a lot heavier now and rife with feta. A strong foul smell. Oh. Ooh. Thankfully it didn't take me too long. It's an interesting mix of genres, this. Ancient stone tablet leans against the bookshelf. Among the books on the table rests an ancient scroll of what appears to be paper. Ancient enchant spell scroll. Sorry, enchant item. Is that just to teach me the thing I guessed? This allows the player to cast spells that have been found or researched. Selecting this allows players to assign their most used spells to a button. This will enable the casting of spells without having to choose them from the book each time. Through this function, the player can examine the contents of each spell scroll that's been acquired. The torn scroll, illustrated with a geometric symbol, is accompanied by a small note. The note reads, "That which is broken shall be fixed, that which is dull will be sharp. Thus is the nature of the enchant item magic. The spell requires Antibok and Magamore runes." Yeah. So I have gone through Dino Crisis 1 and Resident Evil Nemesis within the last year or two, because I've been going through the series. And you can sort of see them experimenting with different weaponry. But obviously, once you get to Resident Evil 4, it just turns into an action game. And I played through 4. I played through Code Veronica, and Code Veronica's very iffy. It's 3D, and there are bad decisions in that game. But you can also see, with the increased sort of actionness of that game, the drawn backgrounds don't make sense anymore. Sorry, it's the no, not that. But yeah, no, because it has 3D background. There's something in that game. No, it's the movement. The movement doesn't make any sense in Code Veronica, but it makes sense in 4. You can see how that series evolved, even though I think they were both made at the same time. But yeah, playing through. But by the end of Code Veronica, I kind of enjoyed it. The story is stupid as fuck, and I hate certain aspects of Code Veronica, but I like. It's like the final hurrah for being an actual Resident Evil. Resident Evil 4 starts off really well. It's really interesting. There's a section where you're in a house and you're fighting off zombies, and you're like, okay, I get this. This is scary. It's a different type of thrill. But I was fucking bored out of my skull by the end of 4. The last section is bad, and I'm not very far in 5. I just stopped playing 5. Yeah, well, at the very least, Devil May Cry is a totally different genre. It sort of invents the sort of action spectacle genre. It's but I'm surprised more games didn't play with the older Resident Evil formulas. Before I went through all the Resident Evil games, I went through not just Clock Tower 3, but the spiritual successor to Clock Tower 3. I forget what it's called. Oh, what's it? Spiritual successor, Clock Tower 3. Haunting Ground. Yes, yeah, I'm probably not going to touch Dino Crisis 3. I will get to Dino Crisis 2. I've been putting it off. I will probably try it out if I can, emulate it. What was I going to say? Clock Tower, Haunting Ground comes out the same year as Resident Evil 4, and you can see it's the path not taken, and it's a massive shame because I get the Resident Evil 4 is a better game, I do, but I miss this genre, and I didn't know about Haunting Ground, so this is like a treat for me. Clock Tower 3, they're not as well made, I will admit that. They just don't have monsters in, they just only have the stalkers, which is a weird direction to go into. But they shine in moments, those games. But not all the way through, but it is going through a single area, doing Resident Evil kind of puzzles, but with a single stalker and no zombies. I will also say that Clock Tower 3 has my favourite cutscene in any computer game ever. Recently a game called what's it called? What did I play recently? Damn, it's an FMV game. Harvester has an amazing cutscene, but and it's my favorite I will say it's my favorite death, but it is not my favorite cutscene. How do I? Oh, there we go. Is that going to do it? Okay, I have lost control. Not good. A series of decisions. Spells can be cast directly from the book section or assigned to one of the 5 quick spell slots. Pressing one of the quick spell buttons illustrated will assign the spell to that button, allowing the casting of spells without retracing these steps. Select a button to assign a quick spell to. I mean, I guess. I done it? Okay, cool. Sorry, what I was saying is, what's he called? Not Disintegrator. There's a monster. There's a demon in a serial killer in Clock Tower 3, and his cutscene is amazing. Religious texts of an unspeakable nature, written in languages utterable only by monsters and corrupt humans. What's he called? He melts people. It's less funny because it's an actual real life serial killer. I mean, he's dead, obviously. Kuroda. There's just a cutscene, and it's just like a blind old lady and her son, and like they do such a good job of making them as lovable as possible. It's just like, is that you, son? Oh, I'm blind and I'm cold. And he's like, Mum, I've knitted you a scarf. No, she's knitted him a scarf. I've knitted you a scarf. My son, my old mum, you didn't need to do that. But I love you so. And then, like, it's just this, like, heartwarming. Have you been down to the children's orphanage today? I have, Ma. It's like, you're such a lovely son. And then suddenly Kuroda comes in and goes, I bet you didn't expect to be corroded today, but you are. And he just starts fucking putting them into battle and melting. I can't do it justice. It's just, there's just such a wonderful chaotic energy to that cutscene. It's just, can I pick up these books? Yeah, it's probably to pick up a large tome and leave it on a pad. How did the other guy get through? I can't really do his voice justice right now because it's 20 past midnight where I am. I don't want to be shouting at the top of my lungs.
So, you have come to return my book. Very well then. For your efforts, I promise a quick and merciful death.
I want to enchant this. Oh, I have his key. The shrine to a god that speaks of an ancient evil that graced the earth before mankind walked its valleys. Not doing great. It is not safe to save right now. Oh. This is a friendly bug. Huh. The trapper dimension sprawls in every direction. Whilst in this place magic cannot be cast, humans are just subjugated to odd phenomenon. The portals cycle from colour to colour. As time progresses, only the quick will escape. No, I don't. That's the one place I don't want to be. I feel like I might have missed stuff down there, but whatever. Trappers have no eyes but can sense sound very well. Anthony can sneak past them, they won't be trouble. I am sneaking. I should probably mention that this is part of my Fights and Frights playlist, where I've been going through every year, from 1996 up to now, presumably, playing a scary or a fighty game. You might be thinking, aren't there games missing? Aren't there fairly obvious games not on that list? And the answer is, yeah, but I've played them already, and I'm not going out my way to play games that I've already played. You can check out those games on my YouTube channel, which is that there. But why are we playing Eternal Darkness? Well, I forgot 2002. Somehow I went from 2001 to 2003. Didn't notice until the end of El Shaddai, or the start of El Shaddai actually. But yeah. What's nice about this game is it follows Undying, which means I went from a spooky house game to a spooky house game. Realms of the Haunting, also a Spooky Manor, so there's a running theme. But also, it gives me a chance to play a GameCube game, which I don't think I had done before. But anyway, afterwards I'll be playing that. Is that a spooky game? Could be. That guy looks kind of like a scorpion or something. It's spooky. We have ourselves a key. Can we save our game? We can. I mean, he's got the right idea, that guy. Let us shamble. Oh. Oops. God. Oh. Curious. The creature is no more. Farewell, Devil May Cry exit texture. I should have checked the body. No, zombies, clean the body up. Oh, we were too late.
You are a fool for trying to save him, Anthony. His fate was decided many centuries ago, as is the fate of this world. Despite your faith, there is little to save you from the power of Chitauri.